Welcome! E aí, galera, beleza? Bem-vindo à nossa comunidade.
Welcome to our community.
Hey, what's going on, guys? It is OGC here. Welcome to a new video. In today's video, we're going to look at the new patch. So the new patch coming out is going to be patch 1.22.10. But first, before we look at this patch and fully dive into it, we're going to do a couple of things. First and foremost, we're going to do a meme review. So in the OGC community chat, in game, and also on the OGC community Discord, I put out a challenge to people to make their best Art of Conquest related memes. Because I didn't do a video yesterday, and I got some really cool results. So I'm going to show you a couple of them. I hope to do fun things like this in the future because I think it's kind of cool. So the first one, which I think is probably the runner-up for the winner, everyone's going to get shoutouts, but is from somebody named Jax Teller. So congratulations, Jax Teller. This one is from you. And this is the meme. When a whale increases its power by 2,000k core in one day. You just gotta stop. So, I approve of this meme. This meme is a great meme. And because we approve this meme, we're going to take a second and scroll down, hit the subscribe button. Make sure you smash the thumbs up button for the video because this is an awesome video. And now the first place meme, it has to go to Tiny Llama, who posted this. It is a picture of my face with hair on Rufio's body. This was censored in the game. Their censorship actually censors Rufio. But anyways, on the bottom it says, AOC players be like, but I'm a girl. I don't know if you guys can relate to this, but it seems like there are so many people using female profiles. Anyways, I thought this was hilarious. So big thumbs up approval to Tiny Llamas for winning the Art of Conquest meme review, the first one ever. But now let's jump into patch 1.22.10. So patch 1.22.10 is coming out on November 26th at 1 a.m. UTC. It will be a 2-hour maintenance. So if you guys ever run into problems with this, feel free to re-download the game. Make sure your game account is linked before doing so. And there are so many things going on with this. So first and foremost, we have Conquer events, so houses and stores. By completing house events in quests, you earn gold crowns and quest participation. As for the actual rewards, we will have to wait and see what those are like. Feel free to join our Discord and or the OGC community chat if you want to be able to kind of get a sneak peek once these screenshots are available. You can exchange the gold crowns at the store for items. The house store refreshes every week, so I'm assuming this will be kind of like the Coliseum where you can go in and spend points. I don't know if there's a limited amount for the whole house, so this could get interesting. Houses earn cogwheels when event participation reaches a certain threshold. So pretty much it's going to work like how you level up your house's tier through energy usage. However, with this, it's going to be another new currency called cogwheels. Gold crowns and cogwheels will expire at the conclusion of the Conquer events. The Conquer events, by the way, I believe that's like the new Nor, or if you go back to Drake, it's that event. If you've already completed Drake and you've gone back to Nor, in the top left, there's like a little button you can hit, and you can sign up for like the future Drakes or future Nors. I believe that's the Conquer events. So when it comes to the house buildings, there is actually a bunch of useful information. I'll show you at the end of the video on how to get there. But it comes down to house lords and ministers can use the cogwheels to research house building upgrades. When research is complete, house buildings can be constructed in cities controlled by your house. By moving your stronghold to a district neighboring a house building, your stronghold will benefit from bonus effects. So all cool stuff. Each city will get buildings. Pretty much you can fill up as many as you can into the city as long as there's enough tiles for those buildings, and you have to be next to them in order to get their full effect. So house buildings are in 3 categories. You have utility, offensive, and defensive. Each one contains 3 types of buildings. So one of the big distinctions with this is The house benefits won't be included when it comes to Clash of Fate Championships, Minds of Mayhem, Dual Tower, and Gladiator games. This is probably a smart move because I have a feeling these houses are going to offer some huge buffs. Of course, things like research overall are going to make people more powerful. However, it's the straight up raw power that you get from these buildings isn't going to interfere with the major portions of the game. Further research can increase the bonus effect in bonus districts, max of 9 districts around each building. So each building can affect a bunch of tiles up to 9. The total number of house buildings, a single building with max research unlocks an extra bonus. For example, a watchtower with max research protects commanders when they are under attack and deals physical damage to enemy troops. Cool stuff, a slight buff to the garrisons, I believe. The number of house buildings that can be constructed in a city is limited to the city size, so that you look at small cities, regular cities, big cities, giant cities, that might play a role into it all. House building research progresses and will be cleared at the end of Conquer events. For more details, please consult the house menu. We will check that out at the end of the video. Next, Temple. Temple, you can now reset all runestones to a specific enchant level. Thank you, Lilith. So when you have first world problems like me and your temple is all +6 and +7s and you want to just move around some 6s and 7s for specific bonuses, this is awesome because then you can just reset your whole temple to +5 and then just work on those specific temples that you need to. You can also enchant all runestones to a specific level. So say you resetted back to 0, now you can bring everything up to say +3, whatever it looks like for you. A little quality of life thing, it probably just saves most people that have a decently powerful temple probably an hour of their life every time they reset. Next, huge thing. So hero balance. Nora's not getting a full rework. However, she has some major changes. So first is her first ability, which is a new specialty. Actually, this is pretty much a rework for the most part. It's Munitions Master. So she's a perilous master with ammunition. She does not use any ammo with her basic attacks now, and her basic attack speed is not affected by her current ammo count. When Nora does use ammo, she always expends 10% of her ammo capacity. So not 100% sure on what this looks like. We'll have to see it in the game. A lot of these get kind of confusing, and we'll have to see how well she performs. So for the fusible, whatever it's called, the new ability, every other attack Nora fires a bunch of cannonballs, 7, that each deal damage to her attack power. If Nora still has leftover ammo, when she fires, she'll expel an extra round that like weakens the armor on people. So basically, Nora's going to do some AoE damage and put the weakening armor effect on the enemies. Honestly, the best part about this is the weakening armor effect. That is huge anytime you're struggling to take down front lines. Next, we have Strike Commander. So for the first 30 seconds of the battle, Nora's attack speed and movement speed is increased, and her critical hit chance and all of the pretty much bombers is increased. This is huge, so I think if people are going to use any of the rockets or the bombers for Dwarf, I think that Strike Commander will be necessary. If you can increase crit for AoE stuff, that's massive, along with Nora getting a little bit of buff, but it's all about those troops getting much higher crit rate. Next, Nora has Destructive Rage. So Nora's Obsessive Mastery gives her bonus might, and whenever Nora expels a round of ammo, her damage is increased. It will be interesting to see how well this scales as far as her damage increase, but it's cool that she'll finally get some might. Next, we have Air Cannon. So if you guys remember, Air Cannon is like one of the well, I guess her little fire ability was cool, but Air Cannon, it shoots everything out in a cone, it pushes everything back, stuns them for 3 seconds. That part has not changed. However, if Nora has not run out of ammo, she'll use extra ammo, and it causes her cannons to put on the weakening armor effect. Again, weakening armor is actually a super valuable part of this game, so that's going to be huge. We also have Rocket Mastery. So when Nora is on the battlefield, all of the bombers have their damage and health increased. This is pretty standard, just like before. This is huge if you use the bombers. Anytime you have a mastery when you deploy a troop, always have max out mastery, and if you can get the +1 for it too, do that. Next, Nora has Lend Ammo, which is a new ability, and whenever the ammo count of a friendly ammo user falls below 20% for the first time, and Nora has not yet run out of ammo, she lends a round of ammo to the friendly ammo user, allowing it to attack without expending ammo for a period of time. This is kind of cool. I bet you this goes up, and she gives them more ammo as it gets leveled up. That's just my guess. However, this is in addition to Grims, will help out heroes like Jax, which is always beneficial for longer fights or for siege or whatever you're doing with Jax. More ammo, the better. However, for dwarf troops, if this does affect dwarf troops, this will be huge for either snipers or bombers. A really cool thing overall. Do I think Nora is going to break the game? I don't think so. Will she become significantly stronger? Yeah. Although, to be fair, it's not really that hard to make her stronger because right now she's so weak. So it will be fun to play around with her. Dwarf, this looks like a very good bonus for Dwarf. They're really hammering home the bombers, which will help take out those pesky humans and Lich. Next, we have racial balance. So Lich, their warlocks or diabolists now deal less damage to buildings. This just basically means that they might not be able to plunder as much, or when it comes to doing siege for honor, they might actually have to use catapults. Sorry, Lich, now you're welcome to playing the game like everyone else. In other updates, they adjusted the EXP card rewards in Hero Trials. The total EXP provided in each stage has not changed. So not 100% sure what changed in this. It might just be the actual card amounts. The total EXP hasn't changed, so in all honesty, it's a wash. Nothing changed. Baby dragons can learn new abilities. We can already add on new abilities to level 1 dragon, so I'm not 100% sure what this means. If you understand what that means, please let me know in the comment section because I have no idea. Next, they updated the quest interface. That's cool. And houses with over 5 people in it with at least level 10 strongholds are eligible to register for Clash of Fate. That's cool. Maybe it gives some of the smaller, newer houses some incentive to participate in Clash of Fate. It would be a lot of fun to do a super low level Clash of Fate. If I ever get the motivation and the time, I would love to participate in an event like that. Maybe we can get like 20 or 30 people from this channel to all start on a brand new server. Not spend any money, but just get into a super low level Clash of Fate where everyone's like stronghold level 10 to 15. I think that would be a blast, but that's just me. Next, they updated the house interface. You can now purchase all potions in the witch shop with one press of a button. This is huge, guys. I am so thrilled with this. On Nor, it's such a pain to go through all 3 shops, even with it. So you just swipe through and you buy each one at a time. Drake really spoiled me, where you get all the stacks with one press of a button. So I'm glad that they're doing this. That's just a quality of life thing, and yeah, I'm happy with it. And finally, the Coliseum store will no longer reset after you transfer to a new realm. So if I was a betting person, I bet you that something happened in the past where people were taking advantage of the Coliseum events, and because of that, they had to address that issue. Next, we're going to jump in game and we're going to see the different buildings. All right, so when we jump into the game, if we hit the events and then we hit the we hit the little ship icon, we can go and we can actually check out the new buildings. So once we're here, all we need to do is go under events and we can read about the different buildings. Hopefully you can do this in your server because you can get a lot more information by actually reading through the whole thing. I'm not going to read through the whole thing just because I don't want to bore you guys to death. But basically, you get 3 different types. You max them out and you get bigger buffs. You put them in buildings. So that's an example of one. And then the strongholds around them will actually get a big benefit. It looks like you have 3 5, 7, 9. So you can actually fit 9 around it. Depending on how you place them inside, you can actually like the governor of that city can get full benefits of 3 different buildings, it looks like. So under the buildings for the utility ones, we have the laboratory. Its buff, it offers a daily request reward bonus, tech rush. So more research rush. The bonus effect is reduce research upgrade resource costs. That part really, maybe if you're doing like levels 65 to 70 for the hero research, does the cost actually play into effect? But you can easily go siege an enemy and get plenty of resources. For the bounty board, this is still under utility. You earn more honor from sieging towers. So if you happen to be on a newer server, this might help you out. Older servers, there's really not that many guard towers left. However, they do have a bonus buff, and that bonus buff is it increases the injury rate when sieging guard towers. So again, I think this is probably more so for newer towers, ones that don't have wall farms set up. Then we have the tavern. So heroes earn more experience from battle, and it increases movement speed. This so far it seems like the utility is really good for those groups that are looking to grow. Anytime you can get more hero experience, go for it. That's huge. That's massive. For the defensive buildings, we have Fortified Tower, which reduce damage taken by stronghold walls, which is nice. That will help keep your garrison up. It returns some injured troops directly to the garrison after battle, so everyone will have like a mini Lich resurrection. That is super nice for a war server. I expect to see a lot of those on war servers. Then we have the Watchtower. It increases garrison dragon health and attack. This one actually we're going to see a lot of for sure. And watchtowers will aid in defense during siege battles. That's cool. Anytime you can have extra stuff for your garrison on a war server, that's huge. Your dragon on your garrison is also going to be slightly weaker than usual because you can't put Ganon stuff out there. So that's a nice little buff. Then we have the Arcane Tower. It increases the garrison troop attack and health. Its bonus effect is it will aid in defense during battles. So it seems like the Watchtower and Arcane Tower will either be dragon and troops, and both towers will help in the battle. The Fortified Tower is just going to reduce wall damage and also do a Lich resurrection for some of your troops. It will save you hospital time, and I think that's probably the best thing. As far as offensive buildings, we have the Tavern. Heroes earn more EXP, increased movement speed. We've already read that one. We have the Bounty Board and Laboratory. Are these... Yeah, so it looks like the offensive ones, at least for what they put in here, is identical to the utility ones, which we already went over. So my first impression looking at this, I think the bounty board. Actually, I take it back. I would just go all utility if you're on a new server. The tavern is huge. The laboratory for extra tech rush. All of that really matters. So that's what I think. Anyways, I hope you guys had a wonderful time. And we will have more stuff coming soon. It was fantastic to see you all. I hope you have a wonderful day. Take care.